Now that that's done, I'm going to see if the fact that I've trespassed on Rome's enemies has increased our relationship even by a little bit. It looks like trespasses against Sebe did in fact increase our relationship. As you can see, our Imperium has increased, and so do the negative benefits to friendliness towards expansionism. What does that mean? That means that minus 50 is a considerable amount that makes us unfriendly. Rome starts to see us as a threat, and they don't like us anymore, so to speak. This means that they will feel envy towards us now by being unfriendly. Furthermore, I'm going to check how's Syracuse feeling towards us, and it seems that Syracuse has a total of minus 102. However, the fact that we're fighting Parth in Egypt keeps us on friendly terms quite a bit. And that's good. So we're still going to be allies with them for quite a bit. I'm going to move other armies forward now. As you can see, another army is being created there. And this army needs to march to Cyrene, where it's going to be reinforced. Let's see, Scutari Cavalry. That's one of the leaders. That's a general. On guard. Stands force march. Okay.
My skills are yours.
The dignitaries here could certainly move forward. No doubts about that. Antioch seems to be a very large city without an army protecting it, which is very surprising actually. They're surrounded by powerful nations. They wanted to have a treaty with us, and I think that they're playing this card of we're not a threat, do not attack us, we'll just stay there forever together with you. Parte is still, as you can see, magnificent, very large.
Deep peace to you. The road goes ever on and on.
Edessa is obviously protected, and so is Dura. We'll be marching on Dura in no time.
How can I assist you?
I need the spies to stay there,
sage of the forest, traveling on silent wings,
so that I could see these cities.
Further assistance.
I'm very surprised to see that Hatra holds many armies. I a little bit underestimated Parthe just how powerful it is. As you can see now, I can effectively recognize at least 5 armies. Some navies out there that do not have ports, so that's good. At least that's good. And that's it. It's unclear just how many Parthia still holds, how many armies out there, but I have no doubts that we will very soon find out.
A merry meeting. The tribe.
My navy here needs to row further so that we could engage more of their navies. I already have 2 navies stationed here. It looks like Parthia has relatively weak navies out there. Soon I'm going to start a navy battle,
How can I assist you?
but not now. How could you assist me? Let's see if Bactria is garrisoning its frontier against us.
Is there nothing else?
And so far they're at least not garrisoning
Unseen.
this immediate
How can I help?
frontier. These armies, I suspect that they should be connected now into one force.
Fleet ready.
Because if we'll get to war against Romans or Syracuse,
Steady as we go.
we'll probably need to attack their navies,
Gods curse us.
and so we'll have the means to do so.
Orders. Ships to ports. Fleet ready.
I'll leave this army station here.
Ready for battle.
These are two truly effective armies that will certainly be of use fighting the Romans if the need arises.
Warriors all.
Once again, an army here that should invade Caralis, Alalia, or island of Sicily in case a war breaks out. Obviously they'll have to take Thapsus and so on and so forth, so they basically are here to strike them and make sure the resources are tied on the islands as well.
For the tribe.
These two armies, as you already know,
Thirsty for battle.
are making their way to Suebi lands, and soon they're going to engage them. I want to fight with the united force.
For the tribe.
I'm sure that's very, very important. And so that's all for that. Now I need to see if I can focus further on the coin. So as you can see in here, in this province right there, I focus very, very heavily on coin makers. So we're making coins, we're excavating silver and focusing on that. And I want to focus on that further. Build less buildings that do not generate wealth, such as these, for example. Mineral springs, and build buildings that would make my empire a lot richer. That's it. Marib has a coin maker and the Hall of Champions, which isn't exactly what I need, as you know. It doesn't give me any kind of economical benefits, and this is exactly what I'm going after here. Some kind of a benefit that would make my empire stronger. We already have Gera as a soon-to-be capital for military purposes. In here, things so far just fine, due to the fact just how large this province is and wide Mesopotamia. Look at Persis. In here things are going just fine so far. Soon a coin maker will be built here. There is a bronze forge that's soon to be built, but I'm going to change it to coin maker, and that's exactly what I'm going after. Wealth. 400 wealth is a lot of wealth. if it can be reached. Furthermore, 2 temples is probably a little too much, so I should get rid of that. 1 temple is most of the time just enough. Furthermore, here I'm sure this should be changed into something else. Public order is just fine. I'm gonna focus on some pure wealth. And you know what? I'm gonna keep myself a clay pit, and I'm gonna build myself another coin maker. In Pura, army certainly need to start marching out, so that I would be able to reach the front line in time. Okay. I wonder if there are any more armies out there that kind of got left behind, stranded. Another foolish building there that I've changed, and I'm going to build myself another coin maker. You see, coin makers truly make economy become a much more viable. Look at that mercenary Persian cavalry. I'm going to exchange one of my extremely powerful units, that is Noble Lusitani, for some of this mercenary Persian cavalry. It is advised to hire men who can deliver devastating charge, and certainly going to make sure that I'll have a good use of this, especially when routing. Besides, look at melee attack increase, that's incredible right there. It increases its potential for my infantry to the limit. And now we'll be going into battle against Parthes' navy, which is great. That's what we're seeking. It looks like they're relatively weak due to their low supply, so obviously they suffer tremendous attrition. This army here probably were eating their own soldiers on those ships and got quite reduced. However, we, as you can see, are more numerous, and our ships are full of troops who are well supplied, and we're going to barrage them. That is, we're landing in.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
I'm going to order 2 ships to attack one of their forward ships there, and so I'll hope that this is going to work out. As you can see, they were damaged here, but some of these are completely empty and some of these are half empty, so they're kind of fine. As you can see, this shows just how powerful Parthia used to be They had strong navies, large numerous navies that, due to war against glorious Lusitanian nation, being wiped out. That's their officer right there on the bridge. At least he's still alive.
Are you sure they're not on our side?
Look at that, there's only 2 people here. And I think that's their captain here, the general. As you can see, they are moving towards this flank here. We already got them here. One of our ships is shooting the javelins, and the other
Our general is under attack.
is going to go in. Now, whoa, look at that. Those javelins are making incredible damage. One of the ships got burned down.
Ships awaiting your word.
Who are these guys? These guys are javelin men. And so I'm going to
Willing and able.
use just that.
Fire!
Another ship of ours that's got into a really good position here to attack their ship. And so this should certainly be a massacre. 2 of our ships attacking one of theirs. No doubt it's going to work our way. Look at that. Even the 3rd ship is gonna go there.
Assault ships ready to attack.
They should soon be wiped out here. They're being shot from all sides. It looks like that's it. Everybody needs to go back.
And oars ready.
By being shot here, let's further attack them.
Assault ships reporting. Ready and waiting.
Wow, that's really good. I'm surrounding them, as you can see here.
Assault ships awaiting your
We're going to
ready.
focus multiple ships
To the oars. Assault ships reporting.
on a few of theirs, and we'll go that it's going to work out just fine. In here, another fight. It looks like our navy has worked out very well. And soon we'll certainly have it all for ourselves.
Oars ready. Assault ships awaiting your word. Ready and waiting. Set. Ships ready.
Okay, that's it. It looks like
Assault ships
we have them,
ready and able. Assault ships
but I'm going to continue this just so that we can deal
willing and able.
with some other that can still be taken care of. And
Ships ready.
that's it.
My warriors and ready.
It looks like they'll certainly
We are at your command.
are going to escape, but there's a possibility that we'll reach their captain's ship. That's, as you can see, completely left, but we were unable to do that, and it looks like that's it. The battle is ours. It looks to me that they shouldn't get back from this. as most of the times I do, I'm going to kill the captives. And that means that there's not going to be anybody that's going to operate those ships, and they will be sunk. They will sunk. And so we'll be getting further into a position here to attack the rest of the navies that were suffering attrition for quite some time. And
Thirsty for battle. Set up a watch.
we'll deal with it. I'm looking who's unhappy here. And it looks like there's a few nations that are unhappy, but their happiness is increasing tremendously. Overall, the profits are huge in most of these provinces. So things are not going bad, really.
Ready for order. Orders? Your orders? Yours all.
I'm gonna go after the armies once again. The blazing fury of Neto.
For the tribe!
You can